What's going on, traders? A few things to talk about. It's going to be a quick video. I don't really have much to go over. Ultimately, this video is going to be about when I think the bottom is going to be in and when I think the market is going to really push towards the upside. So let's get straight into it. So in last video, I pretty much got cooked in that last video. A lot of you were trolling and things like that, and that's cool. I don't care for that. What I think is weird that a lot of you do is that you troll other people in the comments for having certain positions, such as they have puts, right? And you're like, oh, you're cooked, and then you start laughing at them. I think that's so weird, especially if you're not a multimillionaire. If you're not a millionaire in this market, you should not be teasing anybody, right? You should not be teasing anybody because you clearly, I'm not going to get into all that, but regardless, I just think it's weird that you guys do that. And what makes it even more weird is that when you look at the charts on the SPY and even the triple Qs, I mean, where have you haven't gone anywhere for us to get overly excited or especially tease other people for being bearish, right? You haven't gone anywhere. Bears are still very much in control, and yes, you can argue that you made a higher low, but you have yet to make a higher high. You're still trading within this range, and this is the daily time frame, by the way. So when we're looking at the SPY for about a good week or two, you're still consolidating within this range. So yes, you got to pump towards the upside by all means. That's great. Make your money. I'm for it. You know, whatever direction you trade, as long as you profit, I am here for it. But when you're going out your way to tease people and talk crap about people for their positioning, it's like, what are you being overly happy about and what are you teasing people about, right? Because again, you haven't done anything. Right? You haven't done anything. You got decent upside. You got a nice pump towards the upside. That's great, right? But ultimately, you haven't broke any structure, right? You haven't broke any structure towards the upside. You're still trading within this consolidation range, right? You made a higher low, but ultimately this higher low can easily turn into a lower high right here. So if we get another bearish candle towards the downside, there's a good chance that we're creating a lower high, right? You have a high here. You have a high here, lower high here, lower high here. You have a lower low here. You made a higher low here, but you have yet to make a higher high. So what exactly is there to tease people about, right? And it's not me being offensive or any offended or anything like that. It's just I think it's just really weird, right? I just really think that's insane to do to other people, especially if you are not consistently successful in this market. And I can tell a lot of you are not, or some of you are not within the comments, just based on how you react towards other people, right? So ultimately, I'm still bearish. Nothing has changed, right? Because again, like I explained before, you have yet to make a higher high. You have yet to break any structure. We can start arguing that 570 is your key level. You break above 570, then yeah, we can start talking about all-time highs. But from here, there's nothing to talk about in regards to upside. From here, it's very much possible that you make a lower high and you head back towards the downside. You have a gap all the way to 530. If you get below 535 and hold, then you're looking at a move towards 530. You get below 530 and hold, you're looking at a move. Honestly, I would say 529. If you get below 529, then you're looking at a move towards 527. You break below this gap fill level right here. Let's actually zoom in here. So if you break below this gap fill level at around 527, 528, I would say, you want to see a break and retest here, then you're heading towards 522. All right, ultimately 522 is your key level. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, and when I say key level, I mean key level towards the downside. If you manage to get below 522, and we've seen how the market reacts to this level multiple times, right? You bounced here, you bounced here, you broke, and then you retested here. And so once we get to this level, it's going to be a fight. Okay, I imagine it's going to be a fight, and so bulls are really going to have to defend this. Otherwise, we are heading much lower, and I imagine at that point we're going to head towards the low 500s. Now, on the bright side, when it comes to upside, I will say this much, that you are holding this trend so far, right? This trend right here. So you rejected here, rejection here, rejection here. You broke this trend and you're currently retesting it. Now, what you want to see if you're bullish is that you want to see a hold above 537. I would say 538 just to be safe. And then from there, you could be looking at a move back towards the 550s, all the way up here towards this guy right here, right? So that's what I'm looking at in regards to upside and downside for the SPY. Ultimately, guys, I'm still bearish. There's no reason, again, we go back to the daily time frame, there's no reason for me to be screaming all-time highs or anything like that. I'm sorry, but consolidation is not a means to be overly excited about upside right now. It's just not. Not only that, but what has Trump really done, right? In regards to tariffs, right? All we're getting, if you're paying attention to the news, all we're getting is rumors, right? We're just getting a bunch of Yeah, I talked to this person. Yeah, I talked to China. Yeah, I talked to that person. But nothing's being set in stone, right? There's nothing really being set in stone for us to get excited over. The whole firing Jerome Powell thing, like, did anyone really believe that Trump had the power to fire a Fed member? He does not have that power, right? Unless Congress changes laws that enforces the president to have that type of power, he doesn't. He never had that type of power. So for the market to get excited about that, I mean, cool, great, but that was stupid. Like, I'm sorry, for lack of better wording, that was stupid for the market to get excited over, because again, Trump never had that power. By law, Trump has never had that power. The president, no president has ever had that power. And even Jerome Powell said it himself that Trump does not have that power. He said it multiple times. So it's kind of crazy that the market pumped off of that. But ultimately, if Trump was to fire Powell for whatever reason, laws will have to be changed. And at that point, you have to wonder what really can stick at this point, like as far as laws and things like that. So I thought that was pretty. I mean, it was great that we pumped towards the upside, but I thought that was crazy that the market got excited about that, as if that was ever a possibility. Like, that was crazy to me. But ultimately, guys, those are your key levels when it comes to the SPY, as far as upside and downside. Triple Qs. So triple Q's 455 is your key level here. After 455, you are looking at 450. It goes without saying that 450 is the level of all levels. Okay, if you manage to break and hold below 450, then you're looking at or you open up the floodgates all the way towards 435. All right, as long as you stay above 450, then you are looking at a move back towards 470. 460, you did have a hard time holding, or bulls did have a hard time holding above 460. So definitely want to take that level into consideration as well. If you manage to mount and hold above 460, we had a hard time doing that today. Then you're looking at a move towards 470 at that point. I think that's very much possible, but for now, respect the levels and wait and see. You can argue that there's a head and shoulders pattern or inverse head and shoulders pattern here as well. So head here, and then you got your shoulder over here, and then potential shoulder over here that could form. Maybe you head back towards 440 and then head back towards the upside. We'll see. All right, but ultimately, in regards to the bottom being in, right, because I know a lot of people are saying the bottom is in. I know a lot of YouTubers are probably telling you the bottom is in and all that fun stuff. There's no we're running off fumes, right? We're running off rumors. We're running off, there's a possibility that this could happen. And that's usually how the market works. The market wants some type of certainty in order to run towards the upside. But ultimately, there's nothing set in stone. Like, even today, Trump signed a bunch of executive orders that had nothing to do with tariffs, right? So it's just a lot of talking happening, but nothing's being set in stone. Nothing's being done, right? There's no real pullback from tariffs. There's just a bunch of talking about possible pullbacks from tariffs or easing on tariffs, but there's nothing just written on paper, at least from what I could tell. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I missed a bit of news where maybe he signed something. I don't know. But ultimately, all we're getting when it comes to our president right now is just a bunch of talking, right? It's just a bunch of, I'll do this if you do that, and you do this, then I'll do that. And it's just like, we're not getting anything solid, right? So I want you guys to keep that in mind. So at any given moment, while the market is pumping towards the upside, we know this is a news-driven market, right? Any given moment, he can say something and we tank, right? So I'm not saying it's going to happen or anything like that. What I'm saying is that if we do continue to pump towards the upside for whatever reason, right? Maybe Jerome Powell says something, maybe Trump says something, whatever that reason is, just keep in mind that we are running off a bunch of talking. Right, that's all we're running off of right now. We're running off a bunch of talking. I think a perfect example of this is Tesla. Tesla earnings was so bad, right? Earnings was so bad. But you know why Tesla pumped for earnings? It's because Elon said he might come back to Tesla, which I think he is. I do think that's going to happen. But the fact that he said he might come back, and that took away everything in regards to earnings and just how bad Tesla did for earnings, is insane. Right, Tesla did terrible for earnings, and I don't think that was a surprise for anyone, right? But all it took was Elon Musk saying, "I might come back, I might leave Doge and come back to Tesla," and it just erased everything in regards to earnings, how bad the earnings was. So I think that's a perfect example on just how news-driven this market is, right? Just how purely based on news this market is driven, right? And I don't think I'm telling you guys anything new. I just want you guys to be aware that at any given moment, when it comes to upside, Trump can just easily say something. I think we got that point, right? I think we understand that. So overall point here is to take profit when you can. I've been letting Discord members know this, to take profit when you can. If you're going to trade the upside, take profit when you can. All right. I would not recommend holding anything for too long, especially if you're like holding like same week contracts or anything like that. That's just my opinion. Do what you want. But as far as the bottom being in and everything like that, guys, I'm going to put it simple. I don't think the bottom is coming until towards the end of May, and then from that point on you would definitely see me change my tone, and I would definitely start pushing out bullish videos, because at that point I genuinely believe, at least 90% sure, the market is going to bottom sometime between May and June. All right. And at that point, I think the market is going to rally. I think we're going to see crazy upside from that point on. Maybe it happens now. We'll have to wait and see. But ultimately, if we're looking at the daily time frame, we haven't broken any structure. We haven't made a higher high. We haven't done really anything. All right. We just broke towards the upside. We're retesting this trend right now. We'll see if this trend holds at around 535. If it doesn't hold at 535, you break below 535, you're heading towards 530, 529, and then we'll have to see what happens at this gap fill. All right. So plain and simple, that's my thoughts in regards to the possible bottom, or when the bottom is going to happen when it comes to the market. Now, when we're looking at the Discord, as far as today goes, we did SPY puts, 535 puts at 4.50, took profit at 5.02, somewhere around between 4.9 and 5.02. Didn't do too much today. That's about all we did today. We're in IWM puts as well. We took profit. Well, we didn't take profit, but we are in profit on those. We got in at around 195, 196 range. And then as far as the winners tab, I mean, everybody's killing it as usual. New members are coming. I'm really loving the new members that I'm getting lately. I'm really loving how proactive they are. I'm really loving that they're just coming in, they're talking, they're taking trades, they're asking questions. Even if they think it's a dumb question, they ask, okay? At least from the ones I can see. So a lot of members, you know, making money, making profit with us. So I genuinely appreciate these guys and all that. If you want to join the Discord, if you want to have fun while making profit, I can't guarantee that we're going to win every single trade so far. Have we lost this week? I don't think we lost this week. I think we lost one trade so far this week. So yeah, I think we're on a nice little run. But ultimately, I can't promise that we're not going to lose trades. No Discord is going to promise you that. They shouldn't promise you that. That's insane. If you find a Discord that wins 100% of their trades, please let me know. I'll join it. Okay, I'll pay. Okay, but ultimately, yes. If you want to have fun, you want to joke around and all that fun stuff, you want to, you know, have fun while making profit, while, you know, learning about the market and things like that, join the Discord. If you are expecting to get your hand held, you're expecting to get babysat and all that fun stuff, it's not the Discord for you. If you are overly serious all the time, not the Discord for you. I did not quit working a 9 to 5 to be overly professional or act like somebody I'm not. I'm sorry. I literally work from the comfort of my home. If you think I'm gonna act like I'm working with a suit on and things like that, no, absolutely not. So I just want to make that clear, okay? If you have a very small account, probably not the Discord for you. I can't tell you how many times people join, they realize a lot of my plays could be a little bit expensive, and then they want to leave. All right, that's me being transparent. I'm not taking a shot at anybody's financial situation. It's just maybe my Discord is not for you. Okay, but ultimately, we have fun. It's crazy because people say I'm defensive all the time, but in the Discord, I get roasted all the time. I roast people back all the time. We have fun. We talk crap. I mean, it is what it is, you know. As long as we keep it respectful, as always, you know, I'm always going to make sure everyone's trying to being respectful and not offending each other. So at least I try my best to. But ultimately, that's the point of this Discord. It's just to be confident in making decisions, being part of a community, having fun while making money. That's the point of the Discord. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. I don't think the bottom is in. I still think we're going to drop. This is us gapping up towards the upside. It's not a sign of us heading towards all-time highs. I mean, we did it here. Look what happened here, right? And it's crazy. Someone argued this with me, like this never happened before, right? And they said it's a low probability that we're going to head back down. Like how? We did it here. We went all the way to 5. We went from 494 to 550 in one day on the SPY, and then we dropped 40 to 30 points, all the way back down to 510. So what are we talking about here? Like goldfish memory, legit goldfish memory, guys. Right? We pump all the time. We pump all the time. We pumped here. April, what was this? April 2nd to April 2nd to April 3rd, we pumped, right? And then we dumped all the way back towards the downside. So we do this all the time. So I don't understand right? Like, how's this any different? Like, how is this any different, guys? You let me know. Maybe because we got a higher low, I guess you can call for that, right? But ultimately, be careful. Take profit when you can. I don't think the bottom is in. Don't take my word for it. Do your own DD. Until the next video, traders, have a good one.